Morning world, welcome to Tuesday, March 9th. We're off to Tether Farm to see if we can pick up a bit of frog spawn for the pond. Our first attempt didn't go that well because the original source had been hoovered up by the moorhens. So anyway, before I do this, I've got a little job to do for Mrs. P. So as many of you will be aware, those who follow us for a while, Julie works for the Citizens Advice Bureau. She also works for a couple of other charities, sort of advising people, all sorts of stuff. But she's working from home because she can't go into the offices. And normally in the when she goes into the office with her friends, she takes in photographs of lambs and stuff like that. Well, she can't this year, so I've just been tasked with coming down and taking some nice photographs on my phone of little lambs. I can then WhatsApp them to her, and then she can then put them on her group chat thingy to say, look, there's the lambs and lamb. You know what I mean. So, Biscuit, leave that alone. Don't you, that's dirty. Cleansings. Right, choose a lamb. Hello, Tilly. Right, off to the farm, catch some more sheep. Husband's duty's done. I'll have to do some farm ones. Right, well, as we're heading to the farm and we're going right past the door, I might just call into MJ Fuse and see if there's any update on my Defender engine. Never know. Fingers crossed. Oh well, no news yet. The guy who's in charge was off all last week apparently, and also the boss man has had an accident and busted some ribs. So I don't think I'm going to be getting my Defender back this week. Oh well. Thank God for Donkey. Okay, well I just rung the boss man on his sick bed, so actually to wish him well and a speedy recovery from his busted ribs. And he said, have you heard about your Land Rover? And I said, no one knew, and it doesn't matter, I'm more interested in your ribs really for it. And he said, well I do. He said the donor vehicle has arrived at the other garage, but they haven't taken the engine out yet. So I'm assuming that we're not going to get my Defender back, probably earliest end of next week, I should think. So, but at least I kind of know where we are now. It would have been nice to have had it back today, but that would have been wishful thinking. I've got a trip to the Slaughterhouse today. Not one of my favourite jobs, but a necessary one because that's what we do. So we've got 2 animals going in. So those of you that have ordered a beef pack off of me and are next in the queue, you will be getting a text message or a phone call in the next few days with an approximate delivery date, which is usually a Thursday, and hopefully the final cost, because we don't know what cutting's going to cost us this year today. Well, I might find out later today. So once I've found out what all the slaughter, the hanging, the butchering, the cutting, the packing, once I find out what all the costs are for that, then I can give everybody who's booked a pack a final kilo cost. It's not cheap to do an animal. I think the last one last year was £530 to kill and cut a beast up. And bearing in mind they're only Dexters, they're not very big, and if you spread that out over the total weight, and they charge per kilo to cut it up, and that charge is the dead weight on the hook price. So on the bone, on the before it's all cut, that includes the bone and everything. So obviously we don't get all that back because the bones go in the bin. So it's not cheap to cut these animals up, but you all know I like to support our local business. This is our local small abattoir that we're using. Yes, I could go to a bigger one, and yes, I could send the animals off to over in Wales and have them packed and whatever else. But A, nobody else will hang it for 30 days like I want them to local, and B, it doesn't support my local economy. So yes, I can get it done cheaper somewhere else, but I want it done this way, which, as far as I'm concerned, right now is the proper way. So there you go. So yeah, so if you've got a pack ordered, you'll be getting a phone call or a text soon. Of course, the nub of all that was, I haven't got my Defender to tow the trailer to take the animals to the slaughterhouse, even though it's only 8-9 miles away. So I've got to steal a donkey. Donkey's got to do the job, which has meant that I've had to organise today a job for the guys for today where they don't need donkey. Just juggling stuff all the time. We'll get there. Right. I can only see 2 sheep. Oh, the rest are next door. That's all right. Come on up. Come on. Come on in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10. Yeah, I did miss one. Well, they're looking well. So, as I wandered past the stream down there, I noticed it was heaving with frog spawn. So I think we're going to tick this off as a successful mission. They're all alright, because I've seen them all walking, running, skipping, so I ain't got to worry about them. Still plenty of food out here for them. Won't be a lot of sugar or nutrition in the grass, but they've only got to feed themselves. They're not carrying lambs, so they're okay. So we're forecast high winds and torrential rain 2 days, so there's a reasonable chance I'm going to save this spawn from being flushed down the drain. Yeah, makes me feel a bit better about it. This is what we're after, and there is loads of it. Oh God, there really is. Loads of it. I'm trying to take it from different places so it doesn't all come from one froggy. I reckon that's enough. But Dad was right. I just come upstream, literally only about 25-30 meters, and it's alive with the stuff in here as well. Only difference here, there's a lot of weed up here that I don't want, so these guys can stay put, and I'll happily take the cleaner spawn, only a bit of grass and that, from downstream. Right, let's hope they stay put when the storm comes. Right, mission accomplished. Back to the farm. Bless me. Right, well, I've just called into my friends at F&G Services to pick up a thing, and this thing is to fit another thing that I might have bought last week. We got some froggies to deliver. Yeah, it's cold. Sheep are way over there, so we can stay open for a bit. So we need our bucket of frogspawn and probably that. Okay, right. Where should we put you? I kind of don't want to go. We don't want it in the deep bit. We want it where it's not gonna sink too far. Over there, perhaps. Come on, biscuit. Quite a bit of deer activity down here, so maybe a bit more over there, and then what we'll do, we'll cut some branches to go over the top and give the spawn a bit of protection. Right. I'm not putting everything in there. We are going to put a bit. Well, we'll go and check the water first, but we're going to put a bit up there too. Right. Let's go have a look at that. So that's what we've done here. Like I said, not too deep. Some weeds around the outside for it to hang on to, and we're just going to cut some branches in a minute and put over the top. Right, let's go and check that out there. Come on, biscuit. What are you doing out there? I checked the water level the other day, it's gone down quite a bit, so I'm concerned about it drying out. Still a bit concerned about that drying out, but I think we'll put a bit in there and just see how we get on. Well, we are due a load of rain next couple of days, which I'm pretty sure is going to top this back up. So as long as we can keep the water level, or the water level stays up long enough for the little tadpoles to hatch, and there's enough grub in there for them to eat, they'll be okay. The only thing that's going to hurt them now is if we get a prolonged dry spell, in which case I might have to come back down with the bucket, catch what I can and put it in the big pond. Right, so we're going to just cut some sticks and lay over the top of that just to give them a little bit of protection. I reckon some of that will do nicely. Right, whip out the trusty Silky. One of my best friends this is. I don't really want to argue with that. So all we're looking to do really is just to give the eggs half a chance to go unnoticed and hopefully unmolested. So obviously the pond has benefited from a bit of sunshine because there's a lot more green in here than there was before. Green, I'm hoping, is plant life, and that there's enough nutrition in here to get our little tadpoles going, and then by the time they go carnivorous and want the bugs, there will be plenty of other larvae in there to keep them going. So this should be an ideal little pond for them. Nice and easy to climb out of the banks, deep spot down there, so we've literally put the eggs over the deepest spot but on the bank. We'll get a bit more cover just over there, take the direct sunshine off of them, but yeah, I think we're sucking from the right I think we got it right. Okay, that's my frog spawn there, more or less invisible. Now we have to leave nature to do its bit. Good luck, guys and girls. Right, I don't think there's much else we can do here. Hopefully they all hatch out, or the majority of them hatch out, and hopefully they don't get predated on too much, and we develop a new and healthy population of common frogs. I knew it was short out summer, so I turned it off before I come down. I'm not that brave.